I forgot which one was which. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. It's All Fish and Chips, the podcast. My name is Thor, and this is episode 89 of It's All Fish and Chips, the podcast. Podcast. 89 episodes, that's only 11 away from the big disappointment. So get ready, folks. We're hoping to really let you down on that 100th episode. Across the table from me, wearing his official podcast swag, living his best life, we got Bubby.
Best time is right now.
The best time is right now, kids. Remember that. It's only going to get worse from here. And then next to Bubby, wearing her other merchandise, a sweatshirt. I don't know what it says on there.
I don't know if you can say that.
We've got back from Parts Unknown, Amanda.
Hi.
Hi.
It's very loud in here.
Oh, sorry. I like yelling into the microphone.
He's excited. Passionate.
I'm excited. I'm just happy to be alive today, kids. Happy to be here. Bubby's told me it was the best time to be alive, and I'm going to take that to heart and just not worry about the future. I'm going to YOLO all over the place.
That's right.
As the kids say. We'd like to welcome you to the podcast. This is our true crime podcast. We're going to go through real life dramas happening across the universe, and we're bringing all the details here. Coming into the house today, listening to the radio, like 9 ads in a row were all about podcasts that were all true crime podcasts. Mm-hmm. It's like iHeartRadio was just like, we're going to just do all our podcast ads right now. And every one of them was a true crime podcast. So
Might be a record for most uses of the word podcast in our opening 5 minutes.
Podcast. If your kids are at home,
real annoying,
and playing the podcast drinking game where you drink every time I say podcast,
you
should be good and liquored up by now. But butt chug one for me, and
butt chug one for me.
Butt chug.
Gross.
you get buzzed way quicker that way.
No butt chugging.
Parker, if you're
We
listening
don't
out there,
condone that.
ask your dad what butt chugging is.
Ask him to draw you a picture.
Yeah.
Right. This is gonna have to be an episode. I tell you, you're not gonna listen to it.
Yeah, you will forget, and then he'll accidentally listen to
What's
it.
butt chugging?
Dad was butt chugging. Just go on to the what's the thing? Not the Wikipedia, but the fake the
Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. Just go on Urban Dictionary, kids, and look it up. It'll be fine. Traffic and weather on the 8s. It's got cold again for some reason. We're in fake spring here, and now we're back to fake winter, and then hopefully later this week we'll be back to fake spring. So it's supposed to be like 80-something on Wednesday, and then get cold again, warm again, and
I
cold
actually
again.
put pants on. Ugh.
I know, right? I was like, I can't do it. It was so cold this morning.
It was really cold. Chill.
But we got Amanda back in the studio finally. She went on a little road trip down south. Was it nice and warm down there? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice. What's that like?
Not bad weather.
It was the same temperature there as it was here.
But Bobby and I have forgotten what the warmth is like. It's been so cold today. We're just unhappy. So did you have a good time?
Yep.
What'd you do down there? Where'd you go to? Let the folks at home know.
I went to Orlando.
Not Bloom, but the city of.
Yeah, city of.
She might have went to Orlando Bloom.
Well, maybe, I don't know what he's got.
No.
Katy Perry, is that who he's with? Or?
I think so.
Yeah.
That was an important phone number. That should have been right there. But instead, I know that little bit of knowledge.
All right.
I only know 2 phone numbers. I'll be real. 3, if you count my old one from my house in Virginia.
Somebody might want to know that.
You can call my mom. It is... oh, crap. I don't remember the area code.
Don't forget.
I know the phone number. I don't know the area code anymore because they changed it.
Don't bother your mom.
Call my mom. See what she's doing. She likes to talk to people. My sister will call in and tell us the phone number to call. We'll set up a special one just for her. All right. So went to Orlando.
Uh-huh. And
just Wiki Watchy Springs. That's the only thing you went down there for.
Sure.
See the mermaids.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I went down there and did some things.
Secret
things. I did go to Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
And I only had like 5 hours to go.
Okay.
And so I went and I was like, I can probably do a lot. I did all the things in a couple of hours that I can do. And I was like, well.
Yeah, you're not riding Rock and Roller Coaster.
No.
You're not going to ride Slinky Dog Dash. Is that there?
Yeah, no.
Nope. Any spin? There's no key
No
cups there.
spinny rides.
No spinny go puke.
There's
There
the
are.
alien saucers or something.
Oh, yeah.
Spinning saucers, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Did you ride Ride of the Resistance?
No,
That's a dark ride. You could do that one.
I don't think so. My sisters tell me there's a part where I can't.
Oh, I've never ridden it.
It's awesome.
I know. The last time I was there, it was called MGM Studio, so it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
I could ride the movies. That's how long ago that
None
was.
of that was
I
there.
rode
Yeah.
the Mickey Minnie Runaway Railway.
See, I'm surprised you can ride that one because that
You
one's
can do that. You
It's-
can do
yeah.
resistance.
No, there's a difference. So, like on Mickey and Minnie, it's like very short bursts, and there is one part I have to close my eyes.
okay. We're
And
spin it
which
around.
is it's where you're in like you move into like a little room and all the images like move, but you're not moving.
Okay.
And my body's like, no,
Okay,
we're not
so
doing
you
that.
can't ride the fast.
No, so
Fast
in
and the
Rise
Furious
of the Resistance, there's a similar thing, but it's more on. It's longer than this one. So
So you can't ride the Magic Tour Bus that is the Fast and the Furious ride over there at
no,
MGM.
we talked about that. I can't do that.
Even though it's literally just sitting there not doing anything.
No, I'd be better off if my body and my eyes were experiencing the same thing.
Right.
But so did the Mickey Minnie.
Okay. That's a good. No, which storyline did you follow when you did it? Because there's 3 different storylines you can follow.
No, they're not.
Yeah, there's the main one, and then there's another one that's kind of going on in the background, and then there's a third one which is like real tiny, and you have to like really try to spot it. But I've done a bunch of reading on this ride for some reason or not. So there's like one where there's like this little tiny like one single character who's like real tiny. You have to find him like in each scene.
Oh.
And there's another one where there's a whole other storyline going on in the background that no one's paying attention to and is not really part of the story. But if you follow along, you can follow along, kind of thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Know more about it than I do.
Okay.
I've ridden it.
I have not ridden it. That's one of the reasons I went down this rabbit hole because it's the only park I haven't done down there
weird.
recently.
And I did Toy Story Mania
Okay, that's a good shooty one. Mm-hmm. Did you get high score?
in my car.
Okay.
She's the only one in the car.
That's rude. Not true. There were 3 other people.
I think they're redoing that ride, aren't they? To give you like so that blasters aren't like attached to the ride. You get like a actual like gun you can like move around and point and stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would do that. It's more fun this way.
All right.
I
It's
think.
not the one where you have to pull the rope on, right?
That is the one where
Oh,
you
you
pull
got to
the
pull the
rope.
rope on.
Yeah. Plus, giving children something to wave around sounds awful. I don't know why you would do that.
There's a ride at a local theme park that has guns that you can shoot in it, but to get the high score, you just shoot one gun at the other gun, and then you get the high score. Just pro tip there.
Nice.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so there's a red screen on the
Right.
back of the gun.
Yeah.
So you could take the other gun and just shoot the red screen on the back of the other gun. It just racks up points. So if you just sit there and shoot the thing, you get the high score every time.
How did you find this
It's
out?
a way to cheat.
I think everybody knows that.
Yeah, I didn't
Well,
know
except for you.
Except for you, Bobby. So next time
that.
you go.
Shoot targets.
Yeah.
That's the fun part.
Well, if you sit in the back and everyone else is shooting targets, you go, what'd you guys get? They go like, we got 4,000 points. And I go, oh, I got 99,000 points. What? Anyway.
And then I watched Phantasmic.
Yeah.
Which was pretty much the reason I went.
Is the other thing closed already? The Muppets?
No, I did that too.
Okay, good.
It is not closed.
Soon.
Yeah. At some point, it'll be gone. There was the lady next to me was really upset because she couldn't feel the bubbles.
I got a t-shirt that says that. Feel the bubbles. Bless you. Get the devil out.
It's spring.
Yeah, Amanda's got all the allergies plus 3.
So I just thought it was really funny because I was overwhelmed by bubbles.
Okay.
And she was right next to me.
And they were just all just flocked to you.
I don't know. I think she was wrong.
She's got an anti-bubble.
Maybe she just couldn't act. She literally could not feel them.
Oh, maybe that's it. She got a skin condition where she turned it into rock.
Maybe, but it was funny. And then, so I stayed in downtown Orlando, which I have not been in a long time, and it's really nice.
Is it just like a Hyatt or Hilton or something?
At some kind of Hilton, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really nice. And we were near, I want to call it Lake Ebola, but it's not. I think it's Lake Eola, no B, but it looks like Ebola.
Lake Titicaca.
Lake Eola.
Eorla. Got it. Ebola. I bet you if you get in that lake, you might get Ebola.
But they have
or a gator.
So it wasn't too far. It was like a good like city block away, like one of those long blocks, you know.
The lake was?
Yeah.
Okay.
So from the hotel. So I was like, oh, I'll walk over there. So I went and walked over there, and it was very pretty. It was like Central Parky kind of feeling, you know.
Okay.
Nice. Not as big, but
I would hope not.
but I went and just kind of walked around, and it was a Sunday afternoon, so it was very busy.
Right.
And I saw a lot of dogs. I saw the world's smallest dog.
Oh.
It was
like officially?
I don't know. It didn't have credentials.
Sir, I'd like to see your credentials. Woof.
Teacup dog?
But it was definitely the smallest dog I've ever seen.
Okay.
It was like a mini.
Great Dane.
I wish. That would be so cute. It was a dachshund. Mini. So tiny.
Was it wearing a cute outfit?
It probably could have fit in my hand. No.
Teacup dachshund.
Yeah. But so I saw that dog. And then I saw I think possibly the world's largest dog, which was a
corgi.
No. It was a Irish wolfhound.
Oh, that's a big dog.
It was the biggest one I've ever seen of those. I was like you are ginormous.
But if that dog stood up and put its paws on your shoulder, you would be way shorter than that dog.
Yeah.
Row.
Yeah. You want to talk about Scooby? Yeah, that's the kind of dog you got to worry about right there. He's gonna get your snacks.
But and there were also a lot of birds because it's Florida, but they had a lot of the giant swans.
Okay. Like trumpeter swans.
Yeah, the big old swans.
Okay. Which color?
White.
Okay. They got them in both.
Yeah. They got them in both. There's two colors.
There's two colors. I'm colorblind, so I only see the two colors, black and white.
Black and white. Yep.
So they had and it was nesting season.
Oh.
So you would just like be walking, and then all of a sudden there'd be just like a smashed plant where a swan's like, this is my nest now.
Right. And just like hissing at you when you get near it. Get away.
And so.
Did you see eggs?
No,
baby eggs?
They were all sitting. Baby eggs.
Baby eggs?
They weren't adult eggs.
Them eggs is expensive. You could have got them eggs right now. Anybody, you gotta keep all the people out of there.
There was a sign by each nest that was like,
these eggs ain't
stay
free.
out. Yeah. But I got probably halfway around the lake, and I heard a commotion up ahead of me.
All right.
And so I look ahead, and the world's smallest dog is being chased by a swan.
Uh-oh. Whoops. That's a snack right there.
Right.
But you know that world's smallest dog went up to that swan like, I'm going to whoop your ass, swan.
Just got close enough.
Yeah, that swan's like, ha! Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, I'm not that big.
So then I saw the owner like hop up from her picnic and like run and scoop up the world's smallest dog.
You got to be careful when you got a dog that tiny. You can't just, first of all, it gets stepped on. There's a lot of people out there.
Right.
And then, like, swans is not little.
No, they're huge.
I had Fred the dog, who I used to have a dog named Fred. And he, one day, we went down to the landing in Branson, and they had a bunch of swans down there. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm going to run up in the middle of those. And he got in the middle of them and realized they were not going to fly away because that's what he's hoping for.
Yeah.
He's hoping they just, fly off and be mad at him. But no, they whipped around on his dumb ass. Mm-hmm. And then he got it handed to him a little bit, and he came running back, like real sad about it. I was like, but you can't be messing with them big birds.
Mm-hmm. But So on this lake is where they have the Walt Disney Amphitheater is there,
Okay. Yep.
which I saw when I was looking at Google Maps to try to see what was around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I saw the pictures. I was like, oh, it's nice. It kind of looks like the Hollywood Bowl. And then I
Right.
got up there. I was like, oh, if it was real tiny.
Yeah, I was going to say,
It's like
that's not a very big
so
amphitheater.
small. It's so small.
Yeah.
But there's a big fountain in the middle of that lake.
Okay.
Which is cool. Don't know what it's called.
Okay.
But so there's a bunch of nesting geese or nesting swans. And then you can
It's
also
like Russian nesting dolls.
yeah, and then you can also you can rent like the paddle boat swans.
Oh, so you can get out there and pretend to be a swan.
Yeah. And if it hadn't been like an hour before they were closing, I would have done it. But I was like, I'm not gonna be that person.
Oh, I thought you were like, an hour is not long enough for me to be in a
Well,
swan
that
boat.
too.
I'm going to cover every inch of this looking for secret buried treasures and
Right.
what have you in my boat, yar. Mm-hmm. So,
But it's really pretty.
okay.
And then
It's your first time in this area?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've been in downtown, but it's been a long time, and
Yeah,
I
but
don't
not-
remember it being that nice.
Not Lake Ebola, though.
No,
Okay.
I've never been there before. Had you ever been there before?
No, I've never been to.
No.
I've been through downtown.
Yeah,
I will not say that I have stopped and partaken of any of downtown Orlando.
I was in a nice area.
I've been in the outskirts a bunch. I have some friends who live on the outskirts of Orlando, and they got nice
Yeah, that's where
houses.
it's cheap.
Huh?
That's where it's cheaper.
Yeah, they're like old, like 40 style houses.
Yeah, that's like this too, but I think the neighborhood is like pretty expensive now.
Yeah, and it might be expensive now.
True.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It was a while ago that I went and
Yeah.
saw these folks, but yeah.
My favorite thing I did,
Okay.
I went to Universal.
Did you go? You didn't get in the new part, did you?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
I've heard tales of folks who have been in the new part.
Yeah, no.
This is their new land that they've opened up. Is what I'm talking about.
You can say what the name of it is.
I don't remember it.
Epic Universe.
Epic Universe. Thank you. All I could think of was Monsters Universe, and I knew that wasn't it.
That's a land.
Yeah, because I got the monster ride there
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
So I went to Studios,
Okay.
Universal Studios,
Okay.
and
I was just trying to think of what that's 100% shake. Put you in a room and shake you.
yeah, not much for me there.
No. I would say almost nothing for
yeah,
you there.
Yeah, but at night they did have the Mardi Gras parade,
Oh,
and I did the dine and ride.
sure.
So you get dinner,
Okay. Good dinner.
good dinner,
Okay.
and then you get to be on a float in the parade.
Okay. Do they give you a costume?
They do give you a costume.
Oh,
It's just like a tabard that you put over you.
tabard. It's a good word.
It's what it is.
I know. You don't hear it much. You don't hear the word tabard much
No.
anymore.
And then they give you
Beads.
like 500 beads
Hell yeah.
to just throw out at
And
people.
Amanda said mine and just put them on. Yeah. And just waved at the kids. Pointed
No.
at her bead necklace and went,
No.
No.
It's like they hired me and said, we'll give you $1,000 if you can throw out all of these beads. And I said, challenge accepted.
Should just throw them all at one time.
just like that trick or treat kid that comes to my house. Just like, bam, here's all the candy.
Mm-hmm.
Like one kid just gets waylaid in the face by a mound of beads.
I threw so many beads. I think I threw out my shoulder a little bit. But
Got bursitis.
it was so fun. I laughed the whole time
Right.
and threw beads, and
Now you were with your friends on this one, I'm assuming.
with a friend.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And my friend also laughed the whole time. It
Okay.
was so fun. But the mom next to me, so we had this little hook, like a bike rack hook, you know, that you like hang your bike on in the garage.
Yep.
So that was in front of us.
So you couldn't fall off.
No, so that's where they kept your
Hang
beads.
the beads.
Oh, gotcha.
And we had a bead captain who was someone that worked for the park, like a
Bubby, let me tell you the job I want. Let me
Bead
tell
captain?
Let me tell you a job that doesn't have a lot of responsibility.
But does it pay well?
Who cares? You are just, what's your job? Bead captain. All right. I'm interested. Tell me more.
But she was great. Like she ran around like the float, the whole parade route, and made sure that
Okay.
we always had beads on our little hook.
So she got like boxes of beads hidden
Yeah.
away, and she's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
now, were they all like the same beads, or were they like really good ones and really cruddy ones?
I mean, they were all like cheap beads. They were
Okay.
just different colors.
So it's not like when you go to New Orleans and sometimes they got
No.
them big giant beads you
Yeah,
can get.
no. No.
You got to do something unwanted to get them beads, Bubby. I'll tell you that.
Or wanted.
Well, they want it, but yeah.
But
You didn't make nobody flash for your beads, did you?
no.
At the park there.
So, but the mom next to me,
Show me
I think she was helping her son, so she neglected her bead hook. So I was working from 2 hooks.
Oh, so you were just
Had
kind of
the
reaching over, and
best time.
snagging her
Just
beads as well?
Both the beads, just tossing them out.
Because her boy's too slow to throw the bead,
Yeah.
so she's got to be like, no, honey, you got to toss the beads out. Don't eat the beads.
My favorite thing to do was people would get their wands, their Harry Potter wands.
Yep.
And they'd hold it up in the air and try to get the beads on that.
Oh,
I
and
didn't
you're like
yeah.
trying to ring them on there like
Yeah.
the fairground there.
Yeah. Didn't get that to happen. I got one on like an umbrella or something.
Okay.
I think I got a few in some trash cans.
Expectro Beado.
There was one girl that she was kind of far back. And my favorite thing to do was to like throw it to the people in the back.
Yeah,
that
you
didn't
don't
have as
the
many
front
beads.
people can kick
Right?
rocks.
They already have like 20 beads around their neck.
Every time you go to someplace and they're throwing out T-shirts,
Yeah.
they throw them to everybody in the front row, but you're halfway back and nobody even tries to throw it out
Yeah.
there where you are.
So I threw out my shoulder trying to throw beads to the back
Amanda knows.
row. But there was this one girl and she was kind of by herself and she was just like, I want some beads. And she had her hands up
Right?
and I threw the beads and she took her hands down.
Oh, no.
You hit her in the face.
and nailed her right in the glasses.
Nice. Just pelted her in the face.
And-
Take that, bead girl.
And I just like got a look on my face. Like
Right.
I just hit somebody in the face.
Oh.
And my friend was like, did you just hit someone? I was like, yes. In the glasses. He's like, that's what that sound was? I was like, yep. That's
See,
what
I'm going
that
to be honest
sound
with you,
was.
Amanda. If me and Bubby were on the float, that would 100% be what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
You just whip a kid in the face with some beads. Hey, that one over there's not looking. Watch out. Oh, right in the ear.
Bet I can wring her ponytail.
Yeah. Ponytail.
I was the last person, I think, on our float with beads, at least on like my side. And
Were you rationing the beads? What's happening?
no, I had 2 piles.
I see. And
I was
then,
pulling from
and
two
then your
piles.
bead captain was doing a good job too.
Yeah. And then,
Bead captain.
but we ran out before we got to the end of the parade.
Oh, so don't be at the end of the parade.
Like the last little corner there. Yeah. We were just like, hey, sorry.
sorry.
Wait,
Sorry. We,
Here's some loose change. Nickels.
but most of those, like the people at the very end, like nobody was really standing over there. I think
'Cause they know.
They know you're going to run out. But there were a bunch of kids that like would run like with the floats,
Right.
like just keep running to try to get more beads. And so I was like, everybody over there had a ton of beads already. So it was fine.
You want to be in like the second section for the bead throwing, because the first one you're going to be a little cautious with
Well,
your
and you're
beads
just
because you want to make
you're
them
getting
last.
used to throwing.
Yeah, and you're
too.
getting used to throwing. The second one, you're starting to lose like a little focus here. Second and third, then they're just going to start like handfulling it out there.
Yeah.
Some people are just going to be all the beads,
I did throw one strand and it like broke open, and so it was
scattered
beads
beads.
everywhere.
no, they're just cheap. They're like
Ah.
plastic on the thing.
Yeah.
Like they're melted on there. But it became a weapon. It like like ricocheted through
Flail, just
the air. Yeah. It's like, ooh, watch out for that one.
Yeah, could you imagine if all those beads were like individually on there and then, like a bunch of them break open and now I got like a cartoon slip and slide, like banana peel kind of experience going on for the whole crowd where they all try to get up and leave at the end and then everyone just falls down and sues the company.
But I was laser focused on those. Like apparently, I think I heard someone say later that our float had fire on it. I was like, when? When did that
What
happen?
do you mean there's somebody jumping over the top on me?
And then
There's a guy with a cigar.
yeah, and then there were 2 confetti bursts, and I don't know if they come off of our float or if they came off of like
A building?
or
Yeah.
something. But I totally missed the first one. I kind of noticed the second one, but I was
It's too, you're
so
too into it.
focused. Yeah,
Let me ask you this.
that was my job.
She was the bead captain, but you were the bead admiral, just
Right.
whipping beads out into the crowd.
I got a raise after that.
Now, is this the first time that you have been on a Mardi Gras float? Because you
Yeah.
are from the greater Mardi Gras area.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know
Yes.
if you had ever like gotten a chance to, like, even in one of the lesser parades down there.
No.
Did you throw beads on the bead tree at Universal? At the parking garage?
Oh, in the parking garage. I left all of my beads on the route.
There's a bead tree.
There's a bead tree.
I didn't see
Everybody
that.
throws their beads on there.
I didn't.
They try to lop it off the garage onto the tree
I see.
because it's a little lower than the garage top.
Right.
So they
I
get up
didn't see
high
that.
on the tree.
Is there a ton of them up there?
There's a ton.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like on Mount Everest, that roller coaster there. When you get to the end of it, and then there's all the hair ties just everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
But with beads.
Yep.
Or the gum wall in New York City, or wherever that gum wall is gross as hell.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
That was fun.
okay, so did the that's the only thing you did at you went to like Diagon Alley or to a Harry Potter world and stuff and had
Walked around.
butterbeer and all that stuff.
Yeah. Just
Get
walked
some
around.
butterbeer.
Did you go to Ollivanders and get you a wand?
No.
Try to be the person who gets to do the fun wand stuff.
No, I got the minty fisheye drink. I like that. It's my favorite.
Say what now?
Thor's interested.
I don't think I am, but I would like to hear more about it. But I am not interested in a minty fisheye drink. Be real, I had the pumpkin one once, and it was not that good.
I should have brought one back.
Does it smell minty or fish eyes?
So
Yes.
it's like the green fisheye ale or something is what it's called, but it's
real big marketing team working on this one. Like, what can we sell that sounds delicious? How about green fisheye juice?
it is delicious though. It's a drink that it's mint and cinnamon,
Okay,
and then it has blueberry boba in it, which is like the fisheye.
I gotcha. That's the
So refreshing and delicious.
squishy eyeball bit.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
So it's not like cream de mint. It's
No.
like real like mint
Yeah, it's
kind of flavor.
refreshing.
Refreshing. See, I was thinking like a shamrock
It's
shake.
it's like if we were going somewhere and I said, I have this water and Thor, I need you to spit your cinnamon gum into it.
Okay.
And Bubby, I need you to spit your peppermint gum into it.
There's
And I
a-
shook it up. That's what it is.
There's a subreddit that is wholly dedicated to that topic, by the way. Spitting your mint gum in my water, then I'll drink it. Gross. In my brain, that was like a shamrock shake with like stuff in it, like tapioca in it. And I was like, this does not sound good even a little bit.
No, it was
This is more like a
delicious.
mint julep-y kind of experience.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It's real good.
I'm not a big mint guy.
Yeah.
Like normally. But I could see how that would be.
If you put mint in anything, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Give it a try.
Mint Malort. There's your new marketing campaign, Malort, if you're out there still listening.
I hope it burns a little.
Oh, it'll burn a
Sure
little.
it will.
Burn like a tire fire. All right. So you did that park. Mm-hmm. Didn't ride none of the rides.
No.
I'm trying to think. Is there a
Oh, I rode E.T.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that and the flume ride you could have rode, but you
Yeah.
didn't.
Well, the flume ride is at the other park.
Oh, the
Islands.
Adventure. Yeah.
the cartoon. Yeah, okay.
Dudley Do Right.
Dudley Do Right. I've been to that park I think 3 times now, and it has never been opened. Any of the times I've been there, because
Dudley
I always
Do
go like in the fall or early spring, and it's always closed for maintenance.
Yeah.
And when I say closed for maintenance, they're like, nobody's going to ride this damn ride in the cold, Florida cold, and so they just quit running it. That and Kali River Rapids, they don't run that one either.
No.
So I've never been on that one, but yeah, you can definitely ride ET. That one is that one's a safe one.
Yes.
Not much else on that park though. So I'll put you in a room and shake you and try to make you nauseous.
Yeah.
I rode the coaster. That was pretty good. I waited 4 hours in line for it because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
'Cause
Which one?
The Harry Potter one.
Oh, that's also at the other one.
No, this one's in the. Yeah, no, this one is the Gringotts, right?
Oh, the Gringotts. I forgot that was a roller coaster.
Yeah, I rode that one. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
The other one though, yeah, took forever, and I got tricked by Dueling Dragons at the other one, and rode that first, and then got in line with the other one. And I was like, this was a mistake. I should have just gone straight to this ride. I should have known better, but I didn't. All right, so you did those. Is that it? That was the whole
That's
trip?
it.
And then you got it back on a American Airlines flight and came back home.
Delta.
I knew it wasn't Allegiant. You only fly Allegiant when you got a cruise, because then you know none of your shit's getting lost, because that plane is going from here to there.
Oh.
It's a bus, but it's getting there, and so is your stuff. I got a cruise coming up. I'm still very excited about it. Friend of the podcast, Scott, is going on one, leaving on Friday.
Oh.
So, and he got the drink package on this one, like the booze, all you can drink the booze package. Apparently, he got it. He didn't pay for it. It was like he got this cruise like 2 years ago, booked it, and they're like, if you book it now, we'll give you a free drink package. And he's like,
Okay, yeah.
Signed up for that. And we were talking about today, doing the math on that. You have to drink like 9 drinks a day in order to make that. And that includes the day you get on and the day you get off the boat. You have to drink 9 drinks. So
if you pay for it.
If you pay for it. If you got it for free, do whatever you want. Yeah, get crazy. But people pay for that. We have Scott and I have a common acquaintance who there's a 15 drink limit on that thing. And he topped it out every single day. And I'm like, I don't know what your day is like at that point. Like, you got to start early and go long.
Yeah.
Even on a smooth sailing day, you're just bumping wall to wall.
Yeah. Bubby, how many beers can you drink in a day, do you think?
I'm going to say 4.
4, that total for the whole day?
Total, yeah.
You're not a
sipping
6-pack at lunch, 6-pack at dinner kind of guy?
No, not that much.
Okay. We know people like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they can make it worthwhile.
Worked with a few, yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't. No. Like my whole vacation would be ruined day 2.
Yeah.
So, anyway, all right. Well, we're happy to have you back, Amanda. I'm glad you had a good time. Glad you found your calling as the Bead Admiral of the float. Sounded like a fun time.
It was really fun.
Was it Was it like a New Orleans style food that you had for dinner as well?
No, I had Mexican food.
They're just all over the place down there, aren't they?
Well, I mean, you get to choose from so many restaurants.
Oh, okay.
And so I didn't know, because I knew it was spring break time. Luckily, like the weekend or the days that we were there, it was kind of between the 2 big spring break rushes. So it wasn't too busy. But I didn't know that going into it. So I was like, well, I can get a reservation at this place, so I'll go here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Guaranteed to be done in time. So
Gotcha. Yeah, you don't want one that runs long and then you miss your float.
Yeah.
So, all right. I thought they'd have like like Disney has it, like they'll have like one particular area that's only serving the food for this experience here.
No, you could choose, but I think it was like 8 or 9 different restaurants. So
okay,
that's nice. And then you can choose anything on the menu.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You got an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert.
Well, that's pretty good then.
Yeah, it was a lot of food. I didn't eat it all.
Now I'm gonna ask, what's this package run me?
$90.
Oh, it's not bad.
But my food alone was at least $65.
That's what I was gonna say. Your food's gonna be
it was
a huge chunk of that.
Food. I just prepaid my food.
Now
somebody's got to pay for all those beads,
right? Well, here's the thing though. This is the genius part of this whole plan. They would have to employ people to do this otherwise.
Yeah.
So they've come up with a genius plan.
You're paying them to do that.
Yeah, you're paying them to be an employee and ride on the float and whip beads at people in your tunic.
Right.
Yep. And so
tabard.
Tabard. You could also, if you're like a pass holder, I think you can secure a time for free when they drop those times at I think they released them in December or something.
Just to ride the float though.
Yeah.
Not to get the food.
Yeah. But you could reserve a spot, but I think those go away pretty quickly, and I'm not a pass holder. Or I think there's also a queue of some sort the day of, but I don't know if that's a stand in line or it's an online thing. Gotcha. But I was like, this is something I 100% want to do.
Right.
I want to make sure I can do it.
Right. Yeah.
Buy the package.
Buy it. Yeah.
So Gene Simmons, you know Gene Simmons is, Bubby, right?
Yep.
Did you just stick out your tongue? I did. Okay. Just checking. I couldn't see behind the mic, but I was pretty sure. He has another band, I guess, that isn't Kiss, that he is also in. When Kiss isn't doing stuff, he's out there doing stuff with this band. And he had a thing. They just canceled this tour, I think, because of what I'm about to talk about here real quick. He had a package that you could buy where you could pay it was a lot. It was like $12,000 or something. And you could go out with the band and basically be on tour with the band. And you'd pay like this $12,000 and then you would be a roadie.
I've heard of this.
For the band for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 stops maybe.
I've heard of this, yeah.
And what? Okay. First of all, putting out poor roadies, putting them out of work. And secondly, I'm going to pay you $12,000 to be a roadie.
I've done a roadie.
Yeah, I've been a roadie.
I know how much hard work that is.
That sucks. I don't want to do that.
No, you're going to pay me to do that.
You know, and you probably got to hang out with Gene Simmons for like 10 minutes, after one show. They're like, we'll have a little meet and greet for you. And he'll come by and it's like, thank you for the $12,000. Thank you for the $12,000. Thank you for $12,000. Now load this shit up and put it on the truck.
Right? No.
Yeah, no. That's all. They canceled it. I think there's a lot of backlash from his little stunt there, trying to get people to pay to be
good try. But
yeah, no, I know. Worth the effort, right?
Right.
Might as well try, see if it works or not.
Somebody's going to do it.
But you got to back out. You got to bail quick if it goes south on you. You'd be like, I was just kidding. Man.
You know, there's not too many people out there going to do that.
I bet you there is. I bet you there's a lot of dummies out there who would pay the money to. I was a roadie for Gene Simmons. I was on tour with Gene Simmons. $12,000 or whatever it was. It was a lot. 12 or 17. It was a whole bunch of money.
Wow.
So, yeah, those of us who worked in the live entertainment world for years know that's a bunch of bullshit right there.
Yeah.
I don't even want to do the job when they're paying me to do it, let alone pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that sounds like a fun trip, Amanda.
It was fun.
I'm going to take a couple days off here coming up this week, and I am probably just going to work on my yard.
Okay.
That's less fun, but
come over to mine, work on mine.
I'm going to hard pass on that.
He'll let you pay him $200 for a
right?
yard.
I'll let you pay me to come over and mow my grass if and you think that's something you're interested in. Oh, really? Okay.
We'll give you a sandwich.
Gonna have to rake a few leaves for me.
No, that's what the mower's for, Bubby. You just run them over.
Run them.
Just mulch them. That's what I do with everything.
True.
Sticks, trash, whatever. Just mulch it down. It'll go away eventually. I'm not
blowing the neighbor's yard.
Yeah, especially this freaking area. Man, you know how much trash just blows into my yard?
There's no fences.
There's no fences, and the wind whips through here, and just always just picking up trash out of my yard.
See a lot of people have picked up your wood.
Yeah. So all the free wood that I had out front, the majority of it is gone. I actually took some from the back that was in a different pile and moved it up front, and they took that too. So I got to get rid of this stuff that's out front. I just got to haul it back and put it back in the wood pile I got in the back. But it was a good experiment. It worked out. Most of that stuff's gone. Getting that tree cut down. I got another guy come out and give me another price on that tree. It's still not cheap.
Yeah.
He wanted like $1,200 to cut that tree down, which is better than the other guy who wanted $1,600, but still a lot. I ain't got that kind of tree cutting money right now.
You got to sell it the other way. You got to say, I'll let you cut the tree down.
You pay me $5,000 and I'll let you cut it down.
Man, Huckleberry Finn, whitewash this fence. It sure is fun. I bet you I couldn't let you possibly do this for me. I'm having too much fun. That's exactly what's going on around here. I got to trick somebody into cutting a tree down. Problem is, I get out there pretending like it's fun. Ain't nobody going to believe it. Yeah. They know what cutting a tree down looks like. Bobby, what'd you do this week? You do anything fun this week?
Let's see. I took Tuesday off from work and hung out with the wife because she took the week off.
Oh, she just had enough.
Did nothing fun.
Spring
just
break.
Cleaned up.
Is Parker on spring break?
No, that was the week before. So
okay. Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. This week it was just she took the week off and we worked on cleaning up her mom's room.
Gotcha.
So
all right.
Had that fun. That was about it.
Okay. Well, Amanda wins the Funness of the Week award.
Yep.
Congratulations, Amanda.
Thank you.
I went to Waffle House this past week. I'm not going to say I had fun, but I had an experience. Okay. I like a good Waffle House. Right? Bubby, where you at on Waffle House?
I can take it. Yeah.
I can take it, I guess.
You could pay me to go
Punch
there.
the gut. I could take it.
I could pay you for me to go there. Wait a minute. What?
Amanda, where are you on the Waffle House?
That's fine.
It's fine. Okay, that's probably the right answer for Waffle House. It's fine. It's fun. So we go there. This is the one on National, and what's that road? Over there by where that Mexican place we used to like, Buppy, went out of business.
Near Republic.
Republic. Thank you.
Yeah.
National Republic, right across from Los Cabos.
Right.
And we go in there and we sit down and this is a friend of the podcast and myself, Scott, having lunch. We went over there. We had a job that we had to do kind of nearby, so that we went over there for lunch. And we're sitting in there. And first of all, there is a young person working at the restaurant, who I will not name the name, but I have a different story that I'll tell you guys later about that, who was pretty tweaked out and singing like loudly to themselves, okay? Which is fine. It's Waffle House. Do what you got to do, right? At one point, this person comes around the counter and goes and stands next to the jukebox and is singing. And I thought 100% they were just going to put on a show.
Karaoke
style, but no music is playing out the jukebox. They are just singing a song of their own accord.
All right.
And their teeth are so gritted, like that. They've got their jaw so clenched, and they're just like breathing out of the side of their mouth. I thought for sure our tooth was just going to pop out of their head because those teeth were so locked in. And they were singing, but just wandered out there, still singing, stood there for a minute or two, then just went back behind the counter. I was like, okay, this is fun. This is not the highlight of the trip, by the way. This is just the
pre-show?
The pre-show of what is going to happen. Oh, I forgot to post a picture. So when we pulled up to the restaurant, I'm going to post this in the chat real quick so you guys can see the thing.
Oh, that's fancy.
So I got I showed Bubby and Amanda the picture. I'll post the picture to the Facebook group. This is parked out front. Okay.
Nice.
In one of the spots. It's like a scoot around, like a jazzy mobile, right, for older folks. Except for they have tricked it out. It's got a little flatbed on the back, and it's got a little car front on it.
Is it a single person?
Single person.
Oh.
One person rider here. So
clown car.
As you can see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like a little like Shriner car almost.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think it might be street legal. I'm not 100% sure. So we walk in, we see it as we're walking in. We're like, oh my goodness. And I take a picture right away, snap. And we walk in, and there are now two dudes in there that it could be. Okay, two older gentlemen, each sitting separately, one at the bar, one at the corner table. Don't know which one it is, but we're going to hang out. Both of them are nearing the end of their meal. Okay, we're going to hang out and see which one it is, right? So we order our food, and we're sitting there, and we're chatting. At no point the entire time we were there does either of these gentlemen make any effort to get up and leave. To the fact that Scott and I finally went, we got to go. We got things we got to do with our lives.
They're in no hurry.
They were in zero hurry. They were living at this Waffle House at the time. So we never saw who was driving the Waffle House. But what we did see.
Driving the Waffle House.
Driving the scooter to the Waffle House. They're driving the Waffle House around, just throwing out paper hats and whipping hash browns at people as they go around. It's like a Mardi Gras float, but way less fun. So as we're sitting there, across the parking lot, I see him coming. Okay, I catch him when he's pretty far out of the corner of my eye. I see him way off the way. Crackhead extraordinaire, pushing an empty wheelchair. Okay, that I'm going to guess he stole from Cox,
right,
which is just up the road.
Right.
So here he comes pushing this wheelchair. Nobody in the wheelchair, nothing else in the wheelchair, just him in the wheelchair. And he's coming through the parking lot, and there's some car there. And he goes over and he talks to the person in the car for a minute. And then he leaves. And then I see these two boys sitting in their transit, one of the big transits, right? Work vehicle, having their lunch. They're just sitting in the parking lot eating their lunch. And he just sees them and beelines right to them. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm watching now, and I've nudged Scott, and Scott's keeping an eye on him too. And he goes over to the transit, and they have the windows rolled up, and he starts knocking on the window on the passenger side. and you see him like yelling at the window and pointing at the guys. They just start the vehicle up and drive away. Like almost run over his toes, drive away to get out of there. He is not happy with this. So he starts coming into the Waffle House parking lot. As a group, everyone in the Waffle House reaches into their pockets, gets their keys out, and goes click, click. It was amazing to see. Just as a group, including the people like behind the counter, just all went click, click when they saw his ass coming.
That's funny.
So he gets up kind of near the Waffle House, and he sees the transit has gotten onto the road, onto National. He's headed back. So he stops to just double bird them in the parking lot, just yelling at these people out in the parking lot as they drive by. Just blah, 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 blah. We're like, fun. So, and we're ready to go, but at this point,
You're not going to leave.
I'm
no.
not going out there. No. So we're like, please don't come in here. Please don't come in here. Please don't come in here. And he veers off around the building, and we see him like go around the side of the building. And everyone who's at that side of the building has a view of the far side, just continuously watching him as he goes away. And so they're all watching. And once they turn back, we realize we figure it's pretty safe. So we get up and we pay, and we get ready to go. We hop in the car. We pull out onto Republic. Is that road right there?
Yeah.
National Republic.
Yes.
Republic.
Sure.
So we pull out on Republic to go do the thing we got to do. He's about halfway up Republic, in the middle of the road, just pushing that wheelchair and yelling at the cars as they go by. So he's having a fun day. I don't know what's happening there, but dinner and a show at the Waffle House, kids.
Do you want some of what he's on?
No, I do not. Because I don't know if he's ever coming down off of that shenanigans right there. So all that on one trip to the Waffle House. So exciting times there.
Fun. That was the last Waffle House I've eaten at. That one.
So they redid that one. They closed it down. They fixed it all up. They took out tables, which I think I talked about before. There are less tables in there than there were before. But somehow, and that was like 2 or 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago, they redid that whole Waffle House. It is unnecessarily dirty again already. Like we walked in there and went, yeah, this is back to Waffle House standards right about now. Someone's telling me the nice Waffle House is the one up by 65, up kind of by your direction. That one that's right under 65 there. You know which one I'm talking about?
I've never eaten there.
Sunshine and
Yeah.
65.
Yeah, Sunshine 65. That's apparently the nice one.
It's busy a lot of times. Anytime I go by it, there's a lot of people in there.
Yeah. The sketchiest one used to be the one up there by 44 off of Kansas Express.
They closed that one
That would
down.
close down and became a smoke shop.
Smoke shop.
That then closed down.
Oh, is it closed?
Yeah, it already closed down. Because that's where all the aliens and crackheads really live. And when I say aliens, I don't mean people from a foreign land. I mean people from a foreign world live up there. If you've ever been to that Walmart, dude, half the people in there are not human. They're either lizard people from under the ground or from another planet altogether.
No, I'm scared to go to that Walmart.
You should be. That Walmart is sketchy as hell.
Yeah.
And I live by the crackhead Walmart, and it is still better than that Walmart. Mm-hmm. So, we got a letter that I'm very excited about.
Yeah.
Amanda has been checking the emails. I wouldn't say religiously, but you have been.
I check every week. I just
Yeah.
forgot about that one because I wasn't here last week.
Right.
And I meant to send it over and I failed to.
No, that's fine. I was more like Amanda has been keeping an eye on the mail because I still haven't figured. I did set the computer back up, so I couldn't figure out what the
Good job.
email is on that. But I'm going to read this email. This is a longer email. We like any emails. If you want to write us an email, you can write us at itsallfishandships@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. This one says, "Hello, friends." We'll save the name to the end.
Okay.
I'm trying to get caught up, but I'm still 7 episodes behind. Be like my sister, just listen to them all back to back for like a 2 weeks straight.
Or just play them and don't listen to them.
Or just play them and it counts either way. We'll count it as a win either way. Probably 8 by the time they get this email. Maybe more if you haven't resolved the email issues. We have resolved the email issues. Amanda is checking them. I have not gotten back into that account. Was gaining ground in the fall, then fell behind, and now catching back up. Not keeping up with Thor's sister, but I'm working on it. Yep. That's my sister out there, just burning through it. I found I can only listen when I'm doing laundry or dishes, and something else that is a menial task that requires little to no decision making. Comments about previous episodes. I love these, by the way. I love when people like. So I've talked in the past that my sister will live tweet the episode to me.
Oh,
as
nice.
like, and she will ask questions that we then later answer, and then she will just text back and say, "Never mind, you guys talked about that." So she will live tweet me the episode as it's airing,
Nice.
which is fun. So when I asked, okay, so this one still stings a little bit. When I asked if anybody had any irrational fears, and you all went,
said
"No,
no."
you're a freak." This person is in with me. This says, one of my bosses heard me listening to the episode where I describe an irrational fear of dropping a cell phone into a porta potty. By the way, I had to use a porta potty not too long ago, and I think that fear is now worse. I had to set things outside the porta potty because I was worried they were going to fall in there and I would never see them again. She says she's had a friend in college who lost her phone in a porta potty. That's my biggest fear, is that phone goes in there, because
You're not getting it back out.
no, you can't. You right? You just, but
Nope.
you think you have to though, right? You think
Nope.
that's my phone. All my
No.
No.
no, it's just gone. It's gone forever. I mean, phones aren't. I mean, if you have I don't have an expensive phone. Mine's like a $300 phone, so I'd be all right. But if you had like a iPhone Max 887 super
No.
califragic phone,
No.
you still would just say goodbye to it. It's just gone forever.
I mean, if you're backed up in the cloud, it's all up there. You can still bring it back.
Still, it's like $1,800 or whatever it is for that super
Yeah.
pricey phone.
True.
And you're going to be making payments on that phone for a long time, because that's how you got that. More likely you got that phone through your carrier, and they're going to keep charging you for you, even if you did lose it in the porta potty.
True. And then you got to pay for a new one to get a new one. So you're paying for
But
two.
her boss says that is not an irrational fear at all. Okay. She also wanted to let us know that if any of the listeners have any irrational fears. Oh, I asked if anybody had other irrational fears, because you guys were not supportive at all on that one. This person does. When she kills a brown recluse, she has to flush it down the toilet so that it can't reanimate and come back and kill her.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily irrational.
You think that the brown recluses might come back and get you?
It's hard to smash a spider.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could smash it and be like, oh, didn't kill it.
So,
You have to really get it.
Yeah.
Get it good.
Get in there and
You
get
gotta
her
like
good.
smoosh and rub.
You gotta double tap that bad boy. You can't just single tap it. You gotta double tap it.
So I don't really think it'll come back to life, but I think you may have not gotten it good enough.
What's your bug policy in the house? If there's a bug in your house,
I usually just leave them.
okay.
If you're not on a personal vendetta to annoy me or come at me, it's your house too.
Yep.
You can live there.
Okay. Bubby?
If it stings, I kill it.
Okay.
If it doesn't, then I catch it and release it back outside.
So what about one of them crazy ass house centipedes? You know what I'm talking about, with like the bajillion arms?
Oh, I will put it back outside.
Okay. Because those eat like other bugs and stuff.
Right.
So I have a rule in this house. Okay, first of all, I can't be responsible for the cats. They're going to eat some bugs.
Right.
Can't be responsible for them. I have a rule in this house. You're good to go. I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to mess with you unless you're in the shower.
Oh.
Because no, I'm not going to get in the shower with the bugs. It's either me or the bugs, not both. And so those bugs got to go. But any other bug in the house, he's good to go. That's my rule. And I give them like if I see them in there, like during the before I'm gonna like the afternoon or whatever, I'm like, Mr. Bug, you got to go, because if you're here in the morning, it's gonna be a problem. And then sometimes you get surprise bug in the shower, and that's not fun, even a little bit. All right, Foggy White River boat ride. Does anybody remember what I was talking about? I have such short-term memory. Foggy.
I'll just read it and see if it triggers anything.
I was there and I saw it, and Thor is not exaggerating. I think he picked me up when it was clear, and then tagged along later. To pick me up to pick up someone else, and the fog set in.
And Foggy
White River boat ride. Oh, this is okay. I know what this is about. This is when we rented that houseboat. And
yeah.
we parked the houseboat on the island, and I had to go back and pick somebody up. And when we left, there was no fog. And then trying to come back, there was so much fog. And I was just trying to keep it between the banks and find that houseboat. Yes, that person was there with me. And that was the most lost I've ever been. Like could have been on a different planet lost. Yeah. I talked about the one coming back from Springfield, driving through the fog once in the Springfield, and I wasn't sure I was still on the same road that I was supposed to be on.
I think so.
Yeah. I don't like the fog. I'm not good in the fog. Anyway, hope you're all having a nice St. Patrick's Day, even if you don't have any Irish in you. I'll write again when I get caught up to present day. And that comes from friend of the podcast, Jane. Jane is someone we all worked with.
Thanks, Jane.
Thanks, Jane. We love Jane. Mm-hmm. Thanks for writing in, Jane. If you'd like us to read your email, again, you can write us at itsallfishandchips@gmail.com, and we'll read your email. If you'd like to check out the website, unless anybody's got anything else here, I'm going to wrap this thing up.
No.
Bubby?
You're not going to talk about your other pictures?
Oh, all right. Let me hit these real quick.
I'm curious.
Okay. One of them was today. What I posted? I posted that, and I posted...
The door.
Okay. The door. Hoomagoo's is open.
Oh, that's what that's from?
That's Hoomagoo's, okay?
Holy heck.
On the picture, there's...
Yeah, you can see the sign up there in the corner.
Yeah,
that kind
on
of
the
says
corner.
I don't know.
It just has
the chicken.
chick eyeball.
I don't know.
So we went to the new Hoomagoo's on Battlefield for lunch today.
Wow.
Because we're excited because, Springfield, the new restaurant, you got to go check it out, right?
I like that you're disappointed in it.
I am.
Why are you disappointed in them?
Okay, this is how I think this went. Okay, so for those listening at home, I'll post this picture, but this is a bathroom door, the back of a bathroom door. It has a twist lock at the correct place where a twist lock belongs.
Right.
Then below that and upside down is the door handle.
I see it. I know. I don't know why you're so mad about it.
It's the door handle.
It's not right.
That door handle, by the way, Bubby, is directly crotch height. Okay, so if you lose your balance,
not if you're JJ.
Not if you're JJ, but if you're me or you, that thing is crotch height.
Right.
If you trip in that bathroom, you could impale yourself on this door handle because it is literally, that is how high the door handle is.
You have to reach down to open the door.
Yes, 100% you have to reach down to open the door. Here's what I think.
It should be up above the lock.
This is the men's room.
Not everybody.
The women's restroom. So
JJ.
So the women's restroom. So this has the door handle on your side, and then it has that push plate on the other side where where they screw through the door to put the thing on the door, right? The women's restroom, exactly the same, at least from the outside. The push plate is below the lock. Here's what I think happened. One of those dudes had the table laid out, put the handle on. Then dude number 2 goes, that door's upside down, right? What? You put the handle upside down in the wrong spot. Now they've already committed to this door. They've already put the handle on. If they take it off, they're just going to have holes in the door.
Right.
Can't afford a new door. You're not going to pay for a whole new door. So they're just like, screw it. We'll just make the other door the same.
Oh.
And now both doors are like that. It was disconcerting. I turned around, I washed my hands, I turned around and went, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about this.
Well, you said it was crotch height.
Yeah, just
grab it and open it up.
Turn around and back up into it and grab it and
act like it's a foot plate. And
yeah, I said, would you with your not your foot? Gross. Gross. So
make sure and wash your hand before you leave.
Wash everything. Just Hoomagoo's was nice. We had a good time. I'm not against the Hoomagoo. I would put it above the Zaxby's and the Cane's in my ranking of chicken places. The other picture I posted, okay. This is at Springfield Cardinals Stadium. They have the suites.
Yep.
I've talked about being seeing baseball games in the suites before. I had an opportunity to peek into some of the other suites up there. This is one of the suites.
Yeah.
At Springfield Cardinals baseball game.
Yeah.
Okay. Bubby, give me a quick description of what are you doing over there?
I'm trying to make it.
Bubby's just spinning his phone around just violently. I'm assuming trying to get to go to the wide angle.
I want to go, wide. It's not.
Okay, give me a brief description.
Why is there a skeleton and a coffin in there?
Well, let me tell you why there's a skeleton in a coffin, Bubby, because this is the suite owned by a funeral home.
What?
Yes. I'm not going to name the funeral home, mostly because I forgot it already. But a funeral home, this is their box. It has also a buffalo head with a hat on it and like a big round like beer barrel table with chairs and
Yeah, it's decorated kind of cool. But I was thinking maybe a pirate theme.
No, this is definitely Wild West by the look of it. But yeah, the skeleton in the closet or in the casket
coffin.
in the coffin is definitely from the funeral home. I don't think it's a real person. I think it's fake.
I like how there's reward posters, $5,000 for Billy the Kid, and
I mean, if you can catch Billy the Kid right about now, it's probably worth $5,000, right? I got a lot of questions for Mr. the Kid if he's still hanging around.
yeah.
You know what? I'll put up a $5,000 bounty if you actually manage to catch the real Billy the Kid.
What is that in the corner? Is that a saddle in the corner? What is that?
Yeah, I think so.
Over under the buffalo?
Yep, quite possibly.
Buffalo with the
They got a skull.
cowboy hat on top of
Yep,
it?
skull with some barbed wire and a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, I'll post these pictures to the. I just thought it was funny that was a funeral home. Anyway, check us out on our website if you want to. Just go to our website. You can get to the podcast from there. You can check us out on a Facebook group or Facebook page. Group is the one you're looking for. Page is where you might end up, but it'll take you to the group. Don't worry. That's where we'll post all the pictures. It's all Fish and Chips at Facebook. We'll post all the pictures, and you can post stories or questions or anything else you want on there. Check us out at our YouTube, where the video, quote unquote, is played every week. I wanted to thank all of our new listeners and listeners from all over the world, by the way. I got this pulled up here. We got 8 people in 8 episodes in the Ukraine, 7 in South Africa. Japan's got 4, Canada, Russia, Bangladesh, Norway. I don't know where the Faroe Islands are, but I'm glad whoever was there listened to one of our episodes. UK, Mexico, and New Zealand. All the foreign lands listening to us, as well as the many folks in all the many states who are tuning in. If you're new, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to be a friend of the podcast, just like KK and Ed and Carol and Anthony and Jordan and Sarah, you can check us out at Patreon. It's only $3 a month. It helps defray some of the cost of the podcast, and we'll shout out your name on every episode. Also, thanks to Caroline, for sponsoring the podcast. Previous to this point, I don't know if she's still sponsoring it or not because I haven't gone back to check. But if you are still sponsoring it, man, sponsoring it. Say it, Bubby. Just say it.
No.
Okay, I'll say it. Fly, Eagles, fly. Screw the Chiefs. Fly, Eagles,
I don't know
fly.
that she paid for a second one. I'm not saying it.
I'm saying she did. Or at least she's going to get her money's worth out of this thing. So
That's 6 times now.
yeah, he's so mad about it.
That's 4 too many.
No, that's too many. You get 4.
Well, not the
What?
way I'm counting it.
Okay, I'm interested. I'll make this podcast go a little long. How are you counting it?
Well, no, I'm just saying.
You get 4
As
weeks.
a Chiefs fan, I don't even say it 2 times. So, but
Well,
I'm giving her that.
You said it 4 times.
I know.
Okay.
Having said all this, Amanda is done. So, my name's Thor.
Bubby.
Bye.
Bye. And remember, folks, no matter what you got going on in your life, it's all fish and chips. We got distracted. Don't worry, Fat Cat's here.
Glad you're feeding it.
Yeah, that's a big danger. A cat not eating. You can pet her if you want.